125th, Brooklyn, Atlanta, Orlando, Indianapolis, Houston, and now,
Yeah.
Black Ink Radio.
It's your girl Crystal Honey with Pretty Rare Podcast, and we got your girl Keisha with.
Hey, he's so crazy if you nasty.
And we are here with Black Ink Radio.
You already know the vibes.
Yes.
So what's been up, man?
Girl. I don't know, like, you know, a lot of people been asking, they're like, yo, why you don't have like a chocolate girl on this show? Like, I'm always seeing two light-skinned chicks, you know, where's the chocolate chick at? And I'm like, yo, I tried. We tried, but now we got you on the show with us.
I don't know, somebody might be mad. I don't know if I get the full chocolate category, but I'm a Werther's bitch. I'm you know, caramel or something, coffee with a little bit of mixture in or something.
But for real, you know, we tried to. We had girls on the show that we definitely was hoping that would rock with us. Different personalities. We had this one chick, you know, she was dope. She's a comedian. She had a lot going on. So, you know, she had to step back and focus on her project. Then we had another, you know, dark-skinned chick just swirl up and down. She started the whole show, and she wanted to take
the takeover queens.
That's what they call the takeover queens.
Yeah, it really stems from insecurity. Like when you are a person that you grew up as a middle child, or you never were an overachiever, or you never got promoted at your job. So anytime you have anything where you feel like you have a little bit of freedom, they go crazy. Like, you know, oh, I know what I'm doing. And it could be hard to work with those type of people because generally they can't grow. You can't criticize some people. They know everything. They did it already. And that's hard to work with. Being a person who's had to lead a lot of people for years, being in upper management, if it's one thing I learned, you have to be flexible, highly flexible in your teaching and in your learning, in both, because not everybody learns the same, and you have to be able to be talked to. You know, when people come in with that takeover mind, they know everything. You can't. Those people, they're not gonna go anywhere. You're gonna stay right where you are. As far as you think you made it, that's where you are, because you're not open to that.
Yeah, and we've had a few girls, definitely, they actually left the show when there was on the show, and they started their own show, and they took part of our name and created their own show. So, you know, we've had different,
That's some like, some set tripping type.
And with the funny thing about it, I even told, I was like, yo, I just feel like they purposely sabotaging us, trying to sabotage us, like, I don't know what it is, and then come to find out, they started their own show, and now they have their own podcast.
What sucks about that is, you know, more often than not, it's expected that you don't say anything, because as women, you don't want to appear catty, like, oh, she coming for me, she hating on me and all that stuff, but it's a harsh reality. And the crazy thing is, it's like, it's levels of hate wherever you are. If you an ugly chick, it's a chick that's in the ugly gang that's feeling a way about you. If you real fine, it's a chick that's in the real fine gang that's feeling a way about you. And we constantly in that catty ass battle. If niggas would just chill and know that your queendom isn't mine and mine isn't yours, you'd be lit. Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, but hey, other than that, you know, just coming together and just, as you said, just having good vibes, good energy, you know, people not being around those type of people. But,
I mean, it takes discipline, though. Like, you got to have a tremendous amount of discipline to know when to, like, you know, cut people off. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, like, if you draining me, I'm cutting you off, period. I'm not, and it took me a long time to learn that. Like, if whatever the relationship isn't adding to me or is making me feel away, in whatever area of my life, business, friendship, or otherwise, I'm cutting you off, period.
Exactly. Ain't got to move forward.
Listen.
What about you, Rich Mo? Have you had any experience?
Shit. All the way around. People are just like that. You know, you bump into all different types of people, and you just got to know how to deal with them accordingly. You know, just like you did, you kept it moving, everything straight. That's all that matters, you know what I'm saying? Right? You just can't let people stagnate what you're doing. You know, it's going to happen. So that's how I see it, you know what I'm saying? But that sounds crazy.
Yeah, it's. What about you? Have you I'm sure you dealt with some situations, Kiso.
I mean, yeah, for me, my situation is a little bit different because they're the people who are either just outright intimidated by me because of my look and the way I sound. And then that's like usually, men, straight men or women who assume that I'm aggressive or something like that. And then in the gay community, it's like the people who do assume that aggressive stud or dyke type role and feel like I'm an imposter, like, I'm not that enough. So I've definitely experienced that. And the shit that's lame is when a person, you so mad at me or you feel so much away about me that you try to mimic my style. Like, when I see that let me know that I'm all right. I'm still the shit. You know what I mean? Like
setting trends.
Yeah, like if you gotta
Definitely
like copy
means
my
you're doing
movement and all that, yeah. And all I do is dip and fade on your ass. So I'm like, oh, that worked. All right, let me slide into this and see if they gonna follow that too.
Right, sure.
And it's sad that you see a lot of that. Instead of us, if we gonna part ways, why we can't part ways and you leave it what you came with and I leave what I came with. See, a lot of people don't like that because they ain't come with shit.
They be wanting to take everything. Like they came in with nothing and want to take everything.
Yeah,
and
no,
then they like,
don't play that.
Hold on. Speaking of yo, did y'all see Kevin Samuels? Have you seen that video that that he did? Let's pull up that video. Have you seen the video?
Well, I haven't seen a particular video. I've seen some of his videos. And it was a lot for me to take in, and here's why. Where I felt like the man had some perspectives that were relevant. His reasoning and his ideology is very tainted, and that scares me for young women who are impressionable and don't have a dad and may latch on to him as a following. One of the things he said that, if a woman is single, she shouldn't be overweight. Like, you ain't even got time to be overweight. Like, you don't even know, what I'm saying, what a sister might be going through. Maybe it's a medical issue and all that. And then on top of that, that's too specific to your preference. You got a whole genre of people who specifically like super, extremely more beastly, large people. So what about those class of people? You trying to tell me all those people are poor and middle class and not, high maintenance people or people who are worth anything? I think his one of the things he said that I do believe to be true is you can't or you should not expect more than you're able to give. And I agree with that because I'm going to tell you, I was 25 when I had my first kid. And when I started dating the man that I was married to, I was 20 years old and he was 20 years older than me. And the reason being is because the dudes who was my age was not doing what I was doing. I was killing it at 20, my own place. I was a supervisor at my job. Like, I was getting money. I was doing the damn thing. They weren't relatable. And so the obvious thing that you will hear a lot is, oh, your dad, it's a dad thing and all that. And then when I started listening to this man's perspective, and he like, all right, well, if you 25 and you got all your shit together and you got it going on, and this is the kind of nigga you looking for, they don't make them niggas in 25. They don't even make them niggas in 35. Now, they do make them between 40 and 45. And I mean, that's some real life shit. Because when I was out doing my shit, niggas that was my age was not doing what I was doing. So when I linked up with somebody older, our money matched, our everything matched, and the respect was mutual too. Because at the end of the day, he had in his mind, and I knew that I could flex and I could move any type of way. I feel like this man is preaching this propaganda that, well, if you were a man of a certain class, and bitch, you ain't got shit, your raggedy ass better sit down and let this man run through the streets and do what the fuck. Boy,
let me tell you about that dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. My honest opinion is he's been hurt before.
For sure, because he won't even speak on his divorce.
Someone hurt him.
For sure.
And what happens is he has now his platform to hurt every woman that even looks like, reminds him of, or makes him feel like the woman that did him dirty. Which was probably a woman that he helped build up, and she got built up and shitted on his whack ass. So what happens is now he's just looking for any chance he get to shit on women. And that's his whole platform built off of that.
I believe that because his videos, I swear, this is the first thing I thought. I said, this is some real narcissistic shit. Like, okay, I get that you're a handsome man and you look nice, but I got to watch a video with you and the person you talking to, and then it's a huge picture of you to the left and a huge picture of you to the right. Like, nigga, we see your little ass. We see you. Yeah, we see your suit jacket button and all of that, but it's bitches out here that ain't into niggas like you either.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? Nah.
I would have passed him too. Like, first of all, you not even my type. Like, let's talk about spiritual. Like, he had he was so godly. Like, you could tell like his mentality was like of this world scientifically, like, oh, statistics my ass. Like, how you gonna put somebody down, you know what I mean, and make them feel less of a person because you have this money? Like, really?
Well, one of the things that he did say that really did resonate with me, and I feel it's quite controversial. He said that black women don't listen to men, they listen to women. And that's some real shit, because if you think about it, like, before you listen to your dude about your homegirl and all that shit, or even bring it to him, you gonna listen to before you listen to your dude about a dress you gonna wear to an event with him, you want, yo, girl, you think this look nice? And that is true. And it does kind of put a little bit of a poison in the water, because he's basically saying, all right, women aren't getting married young now and establishing families, because women who are older are kind of diverting them away from that, and they're listening to that conversation, and not the conversation of, correct, and not the conversation of men, like, that's relevant. Because I say that all the time. When you are in a relationship, if you get to the point in your relationship where the you know, you can't controverse between you and your partner, and it has to go outside of that, then it's time to just go head on and make moves. Period. So that, you mean, that's some real shit. Once you start going to your homegirls and taking all these people's advice, that you bring that home, no matter what. Even if you don't agree with it necessarily, that lives in the back of your mind and all that. And women do have to learn to be more committed in their relationships and not be afraid to listen to their men. Now, I agree with that. And I grew up in a time where, you know, women were very subservient to men. And my father was very old-fashioned, and my great-grandfather raised me. And he took care of my great-grandmother in that way, and I admired that. But he was a man that assumed that role, and he did it properly. It wasn't like she was in a slave ship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the way he put that girl down, like, so bad. He asked that one chick to rate herself, and she basically said a 7. He just like, whoa, you call yourself? No. And then she went down to a 6, and, like, it's just I just, like you said, narcissist, like, and he said somebody truly, truly hurt him, because for him to put somebody down, all because, like, at the end of the day, you can't help for somebody the mistakes they made, like, because she was a single mom.
Did he put her down, or did he actually rate herself?
He put her down. She was a single mom, and she had a kid out of wedlock, and he basically made her, he brought up this
or the whole baby mama home wrecker thing.
Yeah, calling
that's how he's
her a home wrecker, telling her she's a home wrecker, and like,
see, that's where women and people, young people period, you have to wake up and control what's influencing you. You realize that predominantly the people he's talking to are women and they're young women, and when you listen to them talk, they always have that little treble in their voice, like they in front of the big bad wolf. Like, man, y'all, women have to know their worth. You have to know what you bring to the table. And if you don't bring nothing, this is where I say where it gets controversial. If you don't bring nothing and you keep ending up with nothing ass niggas, then to me that's appropriate. I'm sorry. But if you get your shit up and you start approaching dudes that's, you know, making moves like you, because you attract what you eat, then that makes sense to me. It does not seem fair to me for you to have nothing and think because you a baddie you can pull up on a man and lock the man down and team. No.
No.
You gotta bring something too. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for you, and the higher I go, anybody I'm running with, you gotta be growing with me. Because if I see you not willing to grind and pull yourself up too, I gotta leave you behind. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, that part I understand, because a lot of women, especially when you get to that pretty privilege, a lot of women have in their mind, oh, I'm a baddie, I'm this, I got the ass, I got the da-da-da, and that's gonna get me there. And a lot of them end up getting their feelings hurt. It'd be a bitch with thick ankles that married a rich nigga. Real talk. I've seen it happen. You know what I'm saying? You know,
what about you, Rich Mo?
Well, I mean, I believe, I agree with her, but I also just believe that, you know, you just gotta be you. Like, I feel like this nigga's platform, I just feel like a lot of those girls that listen to him, like she said, they're to me, those are the girls that get pimped. Like, you need a pimp. He's a pimp. This nigga's making money off of the girls that will listen to him. There's girls that won't even, like, y'all not even the type to listen to this nigga. You feel what I'm saying? So
I didn't listen to him.
Right. So I can't, you know, like, I could tell when a nigga's just using, you know, the hurt off of people and using it against them.
But the thing that sucks is he does have some valid points. It just get lost in all the buffoonery. You know what I mean? Like, cause
Yeah.
there's a lot of shit that he's saying that's real shit.
You know the devil be mixing the truth with the lies.
I mean, you also got to
mean-
realize that since he's been hurt, what he's saying is going to be real.
Mm-hmm.
It's just his delivery's fucked up.
Yeah.
Because what he's saying has some merit to it.
I
like,
don't even think his delivery is fucked up. I think when he's put in certain situations and interactions with women, he lacks self-control because he's trying to be humorous with all the sound effects and all. That's him being extra. Because I don't think his delivery per se is fucked up. He not on there like, you know, get on here, you bitch, your hoe, like I said, and stay on live. These motherfuckers are staying on and talking to him. He's not forcing them. They taking this. The young, and that shows the state of mind of these young women. And it hurts me to see that, but it's still a choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice you made, because he ain't talking to me crazy. Not without paying me.
Right. I hope after that conversation with him, she at least step her game up so she can, you know, cause
Man, black sister, love yourself. Get a hustle. More often than not, y'all don't get hustles. You're beautiful. Turn your beautiful into a hustle then. Don't just be a beautiful girl. To make that a hustle. Inspire other girls that may not feel so beautiful. Create something for yourself. It's just lame as hell that it do feel like that. It feel like everybody's looking for a come up, and the further you go in life, period, and no matter what area you're in, whether it's intimate relationships or regular relationships, you're gonna find people, leeches that cling on and try to go along for the ride. So you gotta be vigilant. You gotta pay attention and see how people really flex it.
that's a fact.
Yeah, that pussy ain't free.
That pussy ain't free.
So do you guys agree with what he said too on few of his stuff? Basically, he was saying that it's okay to cheat if you and you value value and you're average woman. It's okay your man cheats on you. It's okay because he's gonna have options anyways.
I feel like he's absolutely right when he's talking to the women that he's talking to, because those women, yes. You girl, because 3 of them would date him at the same time if he wanted to, because they'll feel like what he's saying is right. If I could afford all 3 of y'all, and I'm at my status and you're not, then guess what? Y'all gonna have to endure this if you want to be with me, and they will. Just like they stay online with the nigga looking stupid while he's sitting there telling you a hot 5.
Right.
The most I give you is 5. Like, that shit is crazy, and they stay on with it. So yeah, I do agree with him with everything he says, because all of that is for them women. But do I agree with the women I date? Hell no.
No. I feel like anything.
His audience is the factor.
Yeah, you got to think about his audience. He's talking to his audience. His audience, that's for them. It ain't for the people I know. Nobody I know going to deal with that shit.
I feel like in any relationship, anything that you're okay with is okay. I mean, we living in a time where people are poly, and it's a thing, and they advertise it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, if you are engaged in a relationship with an adult, and you know that this is what this person is running around doing, whether you choose to consciously acknowledge it or not, you say it's okay by continuing to be in it.
Yep.
So if you're okay with, a nigga being flexy and moving around, then that's cool. That's on you.
If people started hanging up on him while he was talking, or coming out of that live,
he wouldn't even post those. I'm sure it's
shape
happened.
up.
I'm sure that's happened.
He'd have to shape
but
up.
he wouldn't post those.
No, he wouldn't. He probably doesn't. And
if you look at the type of women he's
talking to?
picking,
Blue?
even if you see how they look, they all have the same kind of broken spirit. Like they come on feeble. I wish I would. He would get a ghetto bitch out of me. And like I said, I would drive him insane. He would hang up on me. Stupid looking ass.
Your rating on him would probably be like a 1 or 2. Without
I would drive him insane. I would drive him crazy.
Said,
like
what?
You
arguing. You need to listen. I'm like, whoa. Listen, I'm not listening to this buffoonery. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's weird. He's definitely a weird.
It's a cult.
Well, 90% of that shit is brainwashing. It just hurt my feelings when I see women really get caught up in that, and that's history. You see that over and over again. Jim Jones and all those master cults where niggas be sleeping with a bunch of people. It's the same thing. It's just modernized now because they have the internet, and you don't know what he might have going on behind the scenes. You wait till this nigga get 80 and get Alzheimer's and forget his book with all the bitches' names. What? And they find out he had bitches locked up in the basement. He probably
need Viagra. That's why he mad bashing women, because he know he need Viagra and it won't work.
It ain't getting up.
Listen, these young dudes is taking
how he
Viagra
get
now.
up.
Yeah, because the last one probably did something to him. That's why he mad.
Man, for me, I mean, I don't even want to get into the Viagra aspect because when it comes to the sexual thing, that's what's motivating a lot of it. Because he said his woman got to be a size 6, which to me is scary.
Oh, whoa.
She gotta
he
be.
did ask what size dress.
That's weird. Like,
are
so you
kidding me?
immediately soon. Oh no, you're not a 6. I can't do it. Yeah,
I could fit in size 6. I could fit in a 5. I could fit in a 7. What's
Okay, you
up?
do your thing.
What's up?
I need a little more than that because them bones and shit, that chicken back hitting me hurt. God damn it.
No, it's gonna
I need
bust
some
out
bounce
of it,
back.
though.
You said who?
You said
I
that
said
chicken
it's gonna
back.
bust out of it, though.
You said you could bust out of it?
I'm gonna probably end up busting out of it, though.
Yeah, y'all strong. I believe you. I don't want nobody cartwheeling all on me and all that extra super stretch arm, strong strength and shit. No. I need somebody with, that need brakes the way I need brakes too. I did that. All right. Let's hit the recharge for the recharge. But a lot of that shit is sexually motivated because who doesn't want to, fuck someone more attractive? You know what I'm saying? So if you in your 40s and 50s and you can fuck a little 30, 20-year-old baddie, I mean, and you, especially your money long, you see it all the time. You know what I'm
Speaking
saying?
of effing, yeah, he did tell that chick, he said, you shouldn't, instead of worrying about calling me about issues and problems about your relationship, you need to be going underneath the table and giving him some head. Oral sex.
Oh,
That's
he
what he said.
that
Just
too.
Yes,
nigga
he
did?
said it to her.
See.
He said you need to be going underneath that table and giving him oral sex. Yeah,
Wait, he's talking about the high dollar man?
the high dollar man.
See,
Tell that.
okay, listen,
the
let me see.
average.
See, that says a lot about him. He felt like another nigga should be getting his dick sucked just because he got money.
But not even just because he got. I feel like when a man leads the house, and see, I guess that's the old school in me. When I was married, that's the type of shit I would do. I'm gonna make sure my nigga good. If you the kind of nigga that's handling business and all that, then I feel like it comes natural if you get that kind of woman that just suck dick because dick has arrived to the house.
Dick is present.
Yeah, dick is here. I understand. I never understand that we
shall
separate.
sucketh the dick.
Yeah, we divorced and we best friends because we ain't never have them kind of problems because but that's me. That's my old school way of coming up. I believed, he was a police officer. He's out risking his life, making good money. He never came home and there was no dinner. He never came home and had to, check behind and make sure the crib and all that wasn't cooked because that's what I seen. And so I get what he's saying. And so I attracted that. I didn't have to worry about money and shit and all that because that was what I learned. And that groomed me into the woman I ultimately became. Because now I don't date men, but I'm still the same person. I still practice that way because that's what I learned. So I see that. If that's for you, if you got the nigga that, when he pull up on the scene, he deserve head on the spot. Cause I don't know what kind of niggas you bitches getting. But when I was in the game, bitch, I had a few niggas that could get some head on the spot. I ain't never owed a bill. Phone ain't never been off. Jury on set. Bitch. What? I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real. I'm 35 years old, raised old school. I believe if the nigga doing what he's supposed to do, yes, randomly suck that man dick. I've sucked dick and didn't feel like sucking dick. I sucked dick with a
You
stomach
gotta
ache.
make sure the sack is empty
Yeah,
and the
man.
stomach is full.
Man,
what
I
else you
sucked
need,
dick
baby?
with a stomach ache on that nigga. Let me hear me. This is taking care of shit. You kidding me? My daughter was a genius. That nigga came home. I had a hard day. I said, God damn, I got a boo-boo. I held all that. You understand? Like, man, I support that. See, that's where it comes in how you think.
We need more people like you.
Man, you see, I don't retire this, but see.
Yeah.
We have a question.
You know what it is?
No. You never know.
OG camera?
Michael D. Images.
I was gonna make a comment, but y'all already passed the moment.
The moment is gone.
Do you believe in love after love?
Nah, but you
I mean, I'm here. Yeah, I feel like, and again, I can say that being married to an older dude, I'm glad.
How
I'm
much
glad
older was he? Let's talk about
No,
it.
seriously, 20 years. I'm not
20
cap.
years older than you?
No cap. He's 20 years. I'm gonna bring him in here one day.
Are you? Damn,
Right.
he
He
about
was-
60 now?
No, I'm 35. So he's definitely 55.
Shout out to him, bro. What's up?
Shout out.
He was in that little 20-year-old
Shout
box.
He was.
40 years old.
He was the man, man. He was the man. He was.
But yeah, definitely, like you said, it's important that women do know their value, do know
know
their
your
worth.
worth. Know your
Because these
I'm
guys
nervous, I'm
out
worried.
here is, just
Bad and bougie. You see me, bitch.
Yeah.
really downplaying. And you gotta step up your mentality game up, your spirituality game up, real talk. Because at the end of the day, I definitely he is definitely ain't gonna be a type of man I would want to get advice from or even want to waste my time and energy with because of the way how he came at her and bashed her and put her down. It's like, come on, man, really? That's like, I'd rather continue not have him missing in my life and find somebody else with positive energy, you know. Even what's that one guy?
Okay, so let me ask you this. So, do you think, based on the advice he gives, is it appropriate for all the women that call in and say they won't date a man that makes $40,000 to $50,000? They need a man making over six figures. So for women that just outright dismiss 90% of capable black men in America, is he giving them proper advice as women?
Yes, he is. That's what I'm saying.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, for his audience.
Yeah, but I feel
For
I
his
feel
audience.
for his not only for his audience, but again, the man is saying things that are relevant. It's just like he's not tactful.
Yeah, but what he's saying, what he's trying to get at, which I totally agree, is he's talking to a bunch of gold diggers, basically. He's talking to women that ain't got shit,
right?
Or want a nigga that has everything.
Yeah, because not every you have people that are gold diggers who are actually gold digger oriented, who spend the money to get enhanced and all that, and then you have bum bitches.
But that's what he's dealing with, bum bitches.
Correct.
He got a whole bunch of bum bitches. He got a whole bunch of bum bitches on the line, and basically they deserve to get talked to and treated like that. That's why he acts like that.
Yeah, because the first time watching his video, I'm like, whoa, this is not my type of energy. Like, whoa, like really, like,
it's crazy.
I wish that he, I wish that we. You
have a question from online.
Oh, okay.
That wants to remain anonymous.
Okay.
They want to know, do you feel his comments, Kevin Samuels' comments, are the reflection of a spiritual God? Are these comments reflective of, like you said earlier, society, or of a person who is in tune with God and spirituality and the way you treat people? That's their question.
I think it's hard to say that because one, what does he identify himself as? And me, to see a godly person, I feel like you know a godly person. You identify godly people by how they move and the energy they give off, the way they talk to people.
Yeah, I don't think he.
You can have that same message. You can have that same message and be godly and not come off that way. So I can't call him a godly man. But you know, is he an informationist? Maybe. You know.
Yeah, he's definitely not a godly man or a spiritual guy. I could tell he's not in tune with the spirituality. He's more, because the way how he explained things is like more scientific and, you know, with statistics and because you had this, nah, that's worldly. That's a worldly man who's living a worldly, like, of this world. And because you already know if you're spiritual, you're in a spiritual realm, you have that spirituality, you have that connection with God, you're going to know you want to treat others as you want done unto you.
Right.
And obviously, he's treating, like you said, he's treating someone exactly what was done to him. So that's why he pick and prey on these insecure women,
right,
and just, you know, taught them in kind of ways. And that shows that he's definitely not spiritual. He has
that nigga is basically talking to the type of women that, you know, want to be with niggas with money. And
it's a
they
lot
won't,
of
like Mike said, they said they won't date nobody that make $50,000 a year, but they probably themselves don't even make $50 a year.
Nothing.
And
Nothing.
you over here talking about what kind of man you want. What he's trying to say is you can't be picky.
And that's where I agree.
And he's giving them advice on how to get that type of man. If you single, you shouldn't. You need to go to the gym. You need to go do this. You need to go do that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so I get it. You know what I mean?
And not only that too, you know, before you get into a relationship, you know, you definitely need to talk about certain things before, you know, especially if you have a daughter. And women, if you have a daughter and you're trying to date a man, you know, you got to be cautious of those type of things. So it's like certain things he say, but other than that, it's like, you know, you shouldn't downplay a woman. You know what I mean? And that just lets you know, because at the end of the day, one thing that he said that she's not gonna get a husband. She's more so gonna get a stepfather. Well, I feel like at the end of the day, if a man really truly love you and he's spiritually connected, you know, then you will have a wonderful stepfather. You have a man who step up and be the father that you don't have, and he stepped up to be the husband that she need in order to, you know, grow and prosper
see, that
together.
when he get there, that's when he get into himself.
Exactly.
That's when self take over. Because I feel like the man have a message. It's just he involving himself in his message too. You know what I'm saying? If his
Of course, he's
yeah,
involved
because
in
the
his
shit
hurt.
he's saying is some real shit. I'm saying that because I've done it. I'm telling you that my ex-husband told me I was 25 killing it. No 25-year-old could talk to me. And my ex-husband was not a bum ass nigga. This is a police officer doing it. Drive a nice car, live in a nice place. He, you know what I'm saying? So the reason that he even took up time is because damn. I was young, but I matched his energy. I had money. I didn't need his money. Like, no matter what happened, I could flex. I could flex on him. He could flex on me. And I liked the way that felt. When I dated dudes my age, they couldn't move like I could move. It always felt like they was intimidated. And, you know, shaky pulling up to the J&K buffet. I'm like, nigga, the J&K buffet, nigga. You better take me to Budokan or something. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's definitely a message in there. It's a lot of his self in there, and it sucks. But that happens everywhere with anybody in power and leadership. You have pastors that they really have a gift, but they self get in it and not get in the way of their gift and their message. And I feel like his message is absolutely valid in their areas where he's delusional. And if he could separate himself and not force people to look at his face while they watch his videos, I believe that you know, it could have some positive effects. Because I keep it real with my homegirls. My homegirls who tell me, oh, I want a nigga that got and they don't have nothing going for themselves. I tell them in a minute, okay, but what are you offering?
What are you bringing to the table?
Right.
Yeah, what are you offering? You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you can't be mad when a nigga do get enticed by somebody that's offering something. And you know what killed me? What happens 9 times out of 10? You know what they say? Oh, when she ugly. Because, see, this is how naive and short-thinking you are. My chair broke, but I'm going to stay still for the rest of the production and hope I don't fall out. But that's the first thing women attack. Oh, she ugly. She don't look better than me. And that's your miss. You so focused on what you look like and what the perception is. And this nigga looking at somebody like, damn, could she be my female CEO? Or like, you know what I'm saying? Can I invest in her? Can I have her run a few other companies and move some money that way too? You just a pretty bitch. You just pretty. It feel good at night.
Bring a lot more to the table.
Boom. You know, so I feel him. You know, I got my money up. I did that. And dealing with a dude that was older than me, if you dealing with a real OG, one thing about him, like, he was putting me on game. He was schooling me. So I was making different moves. I already had my money right, but I was really moving right.
That's the best. When they put you on game. Yeah. Oh, shout out, ladies. When a man truly put you on game. He cares for you.
I don't know about all that. I still shoot that nigga in the face, son. Shout out to him. He know it's real.
But he your best friend now,
that's
so it
my
don't
best
even
friend,
matter.
Word to God, shoot that nigga, son. Don't get it twisted. Shout out all my Crooklyn girls that know the move. He know windshields can still get her bus. Yeah, but I, you know, personally, I feel like the man has some strong, valid points. I feel like, but, you know, the millennial woman, today's woman, they have more influence. You know, and my grandmother in them time, they had King James. That's it. You know, there was no love in hip hop, no shit about enhancing your body and all of that shit. So you have all those things that come into play. Women are not going to be so quick to be, you know, subservient. But I do feel like if you find that, I'm telling you how to do it, bitch. I'm chilling. If you find that right dude, or female, whatever it is that do it for you, show them that extra ounce of love. That make a nigga go crazy. Is you crazy? This nigga is crazy. But my ex-husband know I'm gay. But let me tell that nigga tonight. Yeah. You know what? I feel like I want to suck a little dick. That nigga will go 20 years back ready. You hear what I'm saying? Like, listen, take care of your dude. If you got a good dude that's holding shit down, don't be afraid to be sexual and feel like you submitting by being loving and exaggerating your man and boosting his confidence. That's how you get where you want to go. You supposed to build that nigga up. What you mean?
And make sure his stomach is full and his sack is empty.
You should see my baby father's stomach.
Shout
it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Shout out Big Boy King.
Because he ain't gonna go nowhere. He'll be at home and all he's gonna want to do is sleep. So
that's it.
That nigga was a sharpshooter. Facts, man.
And that is Pretty Real Podcast. You're so honey.
Hey.
Kiso with Black at it. And we here, and of course can't forget Rich Mo.
Holla at your boy.
Hey.